Hello, this is God7, and today we're going to be talking about star cameras, also known as the Type 14 object. Now what that is mibts actually figured out what the Type 14 object is, and it's star cameras. And so let's look at how they work. I'm not going to give you the pure math. In fact, I added it to my P4 GUI tool, so we can just use that to help us out here. So let's just open the ROM and go to Bob on Battlefield. Okay, and let's place some stars. Let me just minimize this for now. Let's just place some stars randomly. And let's remove all the objects that can possibly get in the way of the camera here. Even these little signs. Okay, now what I'm going to do is place a couple of stars. I'm just going to place power stars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and what I'm going to do is for every star, I'm going to kind of line it up here. I'm not going to align these perfectly, but just enough so that you can see what I'm trying to do. Basically, what we're going to do is edit how each star or the camera acts whenever you get a star. In order to do this, we're going to use my tool. I'll post a link in the descriptions for the P4 tool. Once I finish placing all these stars, let's get into it. Okay, maybe spread them out just a bit more, and that's good enough. Now we have our stars placed. And what I mean by star camera, or the MIST-14 object, is this Type 14 here, and you can see it has 4 parameters. Now let's go in the P4 GUI tool, and sorry, I actually have the wrong version here, so let me update it real quick. Okay, now I have the good version here because I have this next here that takes us to the next page. Now I'm going to click Type 14. And here I can edit the camera modes for each star. And this basically, let me just do it in order. For star 0, I'm going to have it zoom in when the player thrusts the star in the air. Rotate to face FF07, then view out. Or I can just have it stand still. I can have the camera spin around. And that's kind of a duplicate. But I'm going to have it zoom in, then spin around crazily. And I'm not going to do any of that freeze the game. 0, but without zooming. Let's do that. And this one. And I don't need to do star 7, so I'll just set it to something that is unneeded. I'll just set it to 0. So I'm just going to remove star number 7 here. While I do that, I'm going to change the name of all these. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Okay, so basically it's self-explanatory. 0 star as in the 100 coin star, and all the way up to 7, which is 6 or 7, which is basically all the other stars, and it works the same here. These are numbers 0 for 7, and you'd basically change how the camera will act, and then by editing these parameters here. So now when I go into the unknown type 14 and type in all these parameters, the camera will act exactly as I told it to here. An interesting thing to note is it only goes up to 6 actually, and these 10 and 7 and up are actually values that were never really coded. However, some might be left still intact, as shown here, how 10 works and all the other ones. So let's go in game and see how this works, shall we? Okay, I'm in the ROM, and you can see there's a bunch of stars here. So let me collect the first one, and it should do what I told it to do. And I'll just hit no. And sure enough, it should just zoom out. Or it should if that wasn't the 100 coin star. Anyways, let's move to the next one. And that was set to just fade out. Or actually, never mind. The other one did exactly what it should. It was just supposed to zoom in, not actually zoom out. Sorry. But that one zoomed out like we told it to. Now let's go to star 2 here. You can see the stars we already got. And that one just kind of stands still like it said it would. So you could kind of see where this is going. It's not that hard to set up these star cameras. And it's usually not too important, but sometimes you would need to do this. It just depends. And I'm just basically showing you how all the cameras look in game that I set, because they're the ones you would use. And that's the one that spins around. Now let's see this one. Yeah, that's the weird camera. I never understood why that's a camera. Anyways, to the next ones. And nothing really happened there, because that's star. Like I said, it did exactly what I said it would for it to do. And then there's that last one. I don't exactly know what that last one is supposed to be. Just kind of guessed, but whatever. Still kind of strange. Anyways, you can see that all the stars basically acted exactly like I told them to. And they should do the same for you, as long as you type in the values correct. Just double check them, just in case. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. It's not the most useful tutorial in the world, but it's just to tell you all what the Type 14 is about. So this has been another tutorial, and I'll see you guys later.